Joining us in the studio is, I came up with a new name, Connie Kinsman. Actually, I was going to say your daughter's name when we were just talking about it. Connie Kinsman from Jackson Cross Country. How are you today?
I'm great, thank you.
Well, thanks so much for coming down.
You're welcome.
And you guys, we were just doing the ski report a few minutes ago, tons of kilometers open. You could like ski for days.
You can ski for days, and you can ski in various areas depending on what type of skiing you want. If you want flat skiing, if you want hills, if you want both, we have it all.
And you can just circle around the golf course if you want. If you want to do that.
If you do that enough times, you've put on a few K.
There you go. I saw some people out doing that yesterday.
Yeah, it's a good place for people to warm up or to just practice after a lesson.
Yeah. So let's talk about Jackson Cross Country. Really one of the greatest cross-country ski areas in the world, and we have it right there in Jackson.
I know, so we're so fortunate. And it encompasses the entire town, so for our visitors who stay there, they can practically ski out the door from their inn. And for those of us who live here, we've got skiing all the time.
There you go. We got some nice footage there, and just great conditions, and a variety, like you say, a variety of trails, the stuff that's right there. But let's talk about some of the, like in that shot there, you see them going up the hills. So let's talk about some of those backcountry trails.
Well, there's backcountry trails, and you can find out from the front desk, you know, where they are. They're on the map. The favorite backcountry trail is the backside of Wildcat, which you really need to have somewhat good conditions to do that run. It's not for the faint of heart, but people do enjoy doing it. And then there's other backcountry trails within the network.
And I mean, I bring up the backcountry because I think a lot of times people think that cross country is just kind of a placid sport and you're just gliding along, but you can really...
It can be either.
It can be, yeah. I don't want to say adventurous because that might make people think that you're like going off cliffs because you're not, but you really can be out there.
Exactly. I think it's a sport that can appeal to all ages, all abilities. You can go out and just kind of go along slowly on the Ellis with a friend. You can skate ski and you can, you know, speed your way down hills. You can do backcountry and, you know, on ungroomed snow.
Now, Connie, you're the director of ski school.
Yep.
So what is your favorite type of skiing? I mean, obviously, and in terms of wear and skate and groom, I'm just throwing out that question. It's like really a loaded question.
Yes. Well, I would say, I mean, I mostly love to skate ski, and I do like to classic ski. I kind of switch them back and forth. Personally, I'm not a backcountry skier, but a lot of my friends are. I really favor the groomed trails. I love the speed that I get from skating. Yep. But I love the beautifully groomed tracks for my classic skiing too.
All righty. I could just see either one. You know, both have their elements.
And we do lessons for both. We do a group lesson for classic skiing. We do private lessons for classic and skate skiing.
And one of the things you and I were talking about before, which I thought was kind of funny, we were talking about skiing, talking about the skis, and if you haven't been out on cross-country skis in a long time, they've shrunk.
They've shrunk. The skis have shrunk, and they've gotten better in terms of if you're, you know, looking at a waxless ski, the waxless pattern has improved, the glide has improved. The shorter skis make it easier to do cornering and turning, so they're a lot of fun. And so people who tend to come with their 30-year-old skis that are very long and maybe heavy, we encourage them to try out the newer skis, and they can, you know, rent the skis from our rental shop, or they can demo skis from Gorham Bike and Ski.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, and when Connie just said that she looked at me with the 30-year-old skis, because that's what I have is the 30-year-old skis. So that's how the conversation started.
Yeah, yeah.
But it is quite a variety, and we've had Gorham Bike and Ski on here too, and we've talked about the variety of skis that you can have and that you can enjoy.
Yeah, if you're going to be buying equipment, you need to go to a real Nordic ski shop and learn about the equipment, learn what's available, try some things out, because there's, you know, different skis for, you know, different types of people, different types of skiers.
Yeah. Now, you've got some regular events that happen up there at Jackson Cross Country, and so let's talk about those. Of course, Tuesday Trekkers.
Tuesday Trekkers, that's every Tuesday at 1 o'clock. It's a snowshoe tour with a guide, and we also have snowshoe tours on the weekends, generally at 10 and 1. This weekend we're offering them 10 and 1 on today, and then 10 o'clock tomorrow. And it's fun. It's 2 hours, not super aggressive, just a lot of fun with a guide who can tell you what you're looking at out there in the woods.
Yeah.
And the snowshoeing's been great. So.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah.
And then Friday gliders.
Friday gliders every Friday at 1, and that is a 2-hour ski and social. You can come for one day, you can come for the whole season. It's a good way to make friends and get out on some trails with other people, maybe trails that you've never skied on before.
Yep.
And we do have an instructor with the group.
And ski with a friend, I like that one.
Yeah, ski with a friend is, we have this, loose group called Friends of Jackson. And there's people that are willing to ski with you if you come and you say, oh, I've never done the wave trail. I would love to do the wave trail. And you can ski with a friend at Jackson. It's 10 o'clock on Saturday. And so it gives you a chance to get out and ski with somebody else that's familiar with the trails.
Yep. Well, that's a lot of fun. That's all. It's all fun up there at Jackson Cross Country. And you said there's a race next weekend too.
There is. It's the White Mountain 30K Classic. It's on Saturday. So if you want to ski it, you have to register for it. If you want to just watch the race, it's a lot of fun to watch, especially the start of the race, which is right behind our lodge. It's very colorful, and they do loop around the golf course there, so you get a chance to see the racers before they head up into the hills.
And it's a 30-kilometer.
It's 30-kilometer. Yeah.
Wow. So
Yeah.
how long will that take the best person?
Oh, it doesn't take them very long at all. They're pretty fast.
Yeah.
They're out doing their cool down before other people are even like halfway around. But it's a lot of fun, and people like to basically just almost race against themselves sometime.
Yeah.
If they did it last year, they try to improve their time this year.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
And going back to the ski school, you've got somebody there every day.
Every
so
day.
if you want to learn to
Yep.
ski, you might go, oh, I don't want to go on the weekend or whatever.
Yeah, every day, and we're
somebody every
very
day.
flexible. So we have people sometimes come in at odd times, say, I'd really like to have a private lesson. Can you do it now? And oftentimes we can.
Yeah.
We really try to accommodate people. We have set times for lessons, but we're also flexible in terms of accommodating visitors who are on a different schedule.
Yeah. And I know we've got a lot of people up here this weekend, it being Martin Luther King weekend, so a little extra time. Has it been busy? Have you had a lot of people?
Oh yeah, yesterday was really busy. It was great. Everybody was so happy. It was beautiful.
It was.
It was
a great
the perfect
day.
winter day.
Well, one of the great things too about cross-country skiing, you've got 145 kilometers open, and you can just go.
Just go. Yeah. And you can kind of pick the terrain that you want to go on. New skiers might want to test their ski legs on flats. They can go up to woodchuck fields. If you have two people different abilities, they can ski on eagle. They've got flats, they've got small hills, they've got the bigger hills that go up into the race course area. So you've got everything.
There you go. Yeah. And what are the hours here at Jackson Cross Country?
The lodge opens at 8 and closes at 5. Rental shop opens around 8:30, and they like to have the skis back before 4:30.
They want to get the skis back. That's really important. Yeah. They want to go home too.
Yeah, they have a long day. They're very busy in the rental shop, and we encourage people to come early if they're taking a lesson, just so they have time to get through the whole process of getting fitted for rentals. It always takes longer than they think.
Yep. And if people want to get more information, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
They can call the Ski Touring Center, or they can go online. Everything is on our website, jacksonxc.org. That's the best way to look things up. Find out what the events are, find out the conditions, trail conditions, what's been groomed, everything.
Well, very cool. There's a shot of the website right there. So you can just click on all the different links. Amanda's scrolling up and down
you can get all
now.
kinds of information on that.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, Connie. Oh my gosh, Rob. This is not a good day for Rob here, just messing up your names. Connie, thanks so much for coming
You're
down.
welcome.
Really appreciate it. And so definitely, if you want to check out, go to the website, jacksonxc.org, or just swing up and say hi to Connie and the whole crew up there and get out on the trails. Yep. Back in a minute here on White Mountains Today.
North of North Conway.